Malky, firstly, just looking back on Monday night's draw with Celtic, having had a few days to reflect on that, how do you look back on that game?
I think those games have always been packed full of excitement and drama and what have you. You know, nothing was it was the exact same. You know, Monday past there. Looking back on it, I think we performed really well. I think, you know, in reflection of the whole game, I think post match there, straight after it, I thought we were very good in the first half and not so good in the second half. But having looked at the video footage of the game over the course of the 90 minutes, I thought we had a real control and influence in the game. And, you know, again, we probably should have come out of there with the 3 points, but however we came out of there with a point, losing a goal in the dying seconds. But yeah, listen, I'm extremely pleased with the way the girls went about it in terms of sticking to the game plan and believing what we'd put in place, but delivering it as well. So, but for the no defending in the last 10 seconds of the game, I thought they were excellent.
Lisa Martinez had to come off late in that game. How is she doing?
Yeah, it's unfortunate the collision that she had. I think the opponent had landed on her leg, and I think she's probably looking at a more serious injury than what we first anticipated. But that'll be made clear to us when she gets a scan today at 4 o'clock.
The squad have been back now, obviously preparing for the Hibs game this weekend. How has training been in these early stages? Well,
we've had our regen session, so we've came back in and we've topped up the players that haven't played, you know, the 90 minutes. We've recapped on the Celtic game in terms of having an analysis session and review of the game. We'll take the positives and the negatives out of that game and we'll put it into place come training tomorrow.
In the news this week too that Catherine Hill and Emma Watson have been called up for their first senior caps for Scotland. How pleased are you for them?
Yeah, I'm over the moon. I know that it's a dream for Cathy to represent our nation, just like it was when she first signed with Rangers, wanting to represent Glasgow Rangers, but to represent Scotland, I think she's delighted, and we're delighted for her. You know, she's put a lot of hard work and effort into her career to get her to this stage, and she's got the opportunity to go and represent her country. Young Emma, the other side of it there, you know, she's extremely young, she's still at school, and it was fantastic news that we got, and that the national manager had contacted me to say to me that Emma was going to be included in this squad, and he offered me, he gifted me the opportunity to make that first phone call. So Pedro, I'm absolutely over the moon that he gave me that opportunity. It was extremely pleasing for me to give her that phone call and say to her that, yeah, you were going to be part of the national squad. So she actually had to skip out of class to take the call, and yeah, she was pretty emotional and tearful with that. So yeah, it'll mean a lot to her to get at this early stage in her career that opportunity to go and represent her country.
Yeah, and great for the squad here to be so well represented in that squad too.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot. You know, Nick Docherty's been great. You know, Nick Docherty's a true professional. Sam Kerr. You know, the list goes on in this building. But the ones that have been there, Brogan's been. You know, she's been in the squad as well. Jenna Fife. Yeah, those players are you know, they're true professionals. I can see why they get included in the squad week in, week out. You know.
And looking ahead to Sunday's match against Hibs, what are you expecting from this one?
Well, I think you know, that's now the third or fourth time that we've played Hibs now. So I think in the games that we've played Hibs before, they've chopped and changed and trying to find a solution to try and outplay us, you know, or break down our lines, you know, in terms of getting opportunities to threaten our goals. So I would imagine that they'll be quite defensive minded in terms of not giving as much space to play into. But listen, on the day we'll just need to wait and see what shape that they're going to play. But the good thing for us at Rangers here is that we're now, you know, at the tail end of the season. We've had lots of training sessions under our belt. We've had lots of games under our belt, and you know, whatever the eventuality is, whatever they play, the girls will be ready to try and adapt and adjust and break it down.
Yeah, and they must be able to take confidence as well from those last few performances against Hibs.
Yeah, confidence is a big thing, you know, and I think, albeit the game Celtic passed there, you know, it felt like a defeat, and certainly, you know, you could see the elation in Celtic's faces at getting a draw against us, you know. But yeah, I think, you know, the confidence that we gain from the way that we play and the control that we've had in games is something that we're building on. We must now try and close games off, but that's the next stage that we're in.